Hey, what's up, everybody? It's D Amazing here. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 domestic figures that I did of the year. Now, this one was a tough contender because, like I said, I did a lot of domestic figures this year. So I stuck with things that I only reviewed. I am counting the Iron Fist 2-pack as one figure, like one release, even though it's the same thing. But, is it 10 figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10. Technically 11, but I'm counting these two as a single release. I had to double check because I be tripping. I really do be tripping. But yeah, as you can see here, 10 releases. He's going to count for the entire Turtle Squad, so you already know what time it is, right? So I'm going to start with Spider-Man. This Spider-Man in particular. We're going to count the Scarlet Spider. Oh, let me just adjust my lighting. There we go. And I put a Besley Studio shirt on him. But yeah, I love this Spider-Man when it released. It was a very simple video, but excuse me. This is one of those things where the new body came in handy. Those toe joints, as you can see, the posing looks still phenomenal. And I love clones. The Ben Reilly saga, the whole clone saga for me was fun as hell as a kid. And it's even more fun that it got revisited in a spectacular way. Shout out to Dan Slott and the Brand New Day team. And because those guys, they worked their asses off for that. And yeah, it's just outright still a fun figure. I'm glad we have it. And I hope we get more Spider-Man bodies on this to allow for more and more fun. I hope they do not quit giving us figures on this body. More figures need this body. I hope the others get phased out. And with that being said, as I move into the next thing, this goes to talk about stuff like Iron Fist, which shares the same body. Iron Fist and Luke Cage has a similar body. They added a few new things to it, but these two were utterly spectacular of a release. I'm glad we got a modern Heroes for Hire. It's dope to see this. And like I said, for Spider-Man, we got for Iron Fist, we have that brand new body. And I had to buy this set twice because Moneywands came with a bad hip. I think this is the one that has it. But I love these figures. And for those of you that are going to ask, these are the Luke Cage gauntlets from the previous Luke Cage release. I put it on him. So yeah, they look utterly phenomenal and they fit. So yeah, I do wish we would have got a screaming sculpt for Luke Cage, but I've stated that already. Next up, gonna go with the Shadow. Now, what's crazy about the Shadow is I forgot that there were so many things I reviewed this year. I had to go back and really look at myself like, when I stick to what I review, the Shadow reminded me, because what happened was I was gonna put the Dick Tracy set here, but I like the Shadow set just a little bit more. And what's crazy is I'm like, they just fit well. Those pulp heroes in modern Mezco style just fit really, really well. I didn't even put the trench coat over it. The cape that he has. His trench coat is utterly phenomenal as well too. Gave him the short scarf. And as you can see here, it looks really, really good. But this figure was phenomenal outright. It had a bunch of articulation, a bunch of different cool accessories, and the face sculpts were just on point. Then we have you. So this line kind of snuck up on me. And shout out to my boy Julio, who put this in my head for to army build these guys, and kind of gave way to that itch that was scratching in the back of my head, which was me talking about having more monster, more sci-fi, more crazy fantasy. Just I was starting to limit myself in ways where I was like, why am I just doing things only one way? Because I got a little too comfortable. And I was like, you know what? I want more crazy monster stuff. I want vampire military men. I want zombie whatever. I want more werewolves. I want more monster stuff in general. And then Operation Monster Force finally released, and it came along. And this line is really spectacular. It's modular. I love stuff like that. And it reminds me that it goes well with every other 6-inch line that I have right now that I've been army building. So they can go up against ninjas. They can go up against Action Force. They can go up against G.I. Joe. They can be put up with Mythic Legions, because if you really want to make that stuff work, it's not that hard of a story to tell. So there's that. Then, speaking of, here are the Meatless Men. If you know me, you know that I am a fan of Meatless Men. We are Meatless Man Society here, or Meatless People. I'm trying to be a little neutral, because you're going to get more meatless people. Under all the flesh and mass, we're all just bones. And it is spectacular to see that Meatless People from the Four Horsemen is getting some love. If it's not with me, then it's with other people. And it's been a meatless year. So I gotta give credit where credit is due, man. You're just gonna have fun with stuff like this. So I completely look forward to more stuff like this. Next up, let's do Dawson. Now, this one right here, though, this was a pleasant surprise. I just got him sitting here doing a yoga pose, but him coming with the rubber parts for the extra arms and extra feet was an excellent move done by Jada. The skin tones, I feel like, are really perfect and encapsulate how you can properly do people of color skin. And I feel like it's done really, really well in the way that it doesn't feel shiny. And I hate when they do people of color and it's shiny. It has a perfectly good matte design, or at least in this case, a semi-gloss that not only photographs well, but looks clear, clean, and beautiful. So shout out to them for that. Next up, King Conan. Now, Conan is Conan. And they kind of gave you what you wanted on this Conan, which is those double jointed arms that a lot of people said that they wanted, myself included. And I'm glad it came, because it definitely gave this figure a nicely tuned upgrade that it needed. They also updated the skin tones slightly, but it still works with the other Conan head sculpts with no issue. But King Conan is just as good as every other Conan, and now takes it a step further. Utterly beautiful. Next up, another Spider-Man. The Secret Wars Spider-Man on the smaller body. Utterly fantastic. Black Suit Spider-Man is one of my favorites. I'm actually gonna pose him up. I just wish he had the updated neck. But this new body, A1. Like, you can just do so much with it. You can ride or kick. You can do Spider-Man poses, which is obviously what you want for a Spider-Man. And overall, you could just look really good. Only thing missing for me, personally, is the new neck and that toe hinge. But the glossy, like, wetsuit design, magnifique. Then we have Aaron Kogar for Mythic Legions. Whoop, my man about to bust a slit. He about to bust it wide open for everybody. Yo, I love dragons. I love ogres. I love fantasy stuff. He barely even fits in frame. But I had a fantastic time reviewing him. But more importantly, this figure right here is a big boy, and it just works in really well for what the big boy stuff is. He also has that updated ab crunch, which really adds that extra flavor on the character. Let me actually pull the head up. And again, looks really, really phenomenal. So I'm trying to, I don't know, as I get older, I guess I'm finding that my tastes have changed, and sometimes I like a little bit of style and flair to go with my articulation. And that, you know, that says it. And last but not least, probably one of my favorite sets of the year with Mezco TMNT. I know that I am not the biggest TMNT fan, but a very casual fan. But this set was money. I don't care what nobody says. This set was money for me. It gave me a nice blend of all the things that I wanted, which is articulation. It was the look of it, the white eyes, A1. Only thing that could have possibly made this better was having a better cut in the waist for me. But I'm not complaining, because I actually ended up really, really enjoying this set. And now that I'm reading the Jason Aaron run as I continue my IDW Turtles run, I gotta say, very, very excited to continue seeing where this goes forward. I would love another set of all red bandanas in this color that we have of Raph. Raph is my favorite turtle, so that's why I'm doing it for Raph. So yeah. But let's leave you here. So actually, no, let's stare at the like, I love setting up diorama spaces like this because I cannot make a dio to save my life. But I can make up stuff like this. Don't judge me, okay? But with that, all of that being said, I'm just glad you guys have stuck around for another year of fun with me as I try to slowly branch out and do things. But it's been busy as hell. Like, I'm exhausted and I'm trying not to yawn, and now I said it. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm exhausted. But what I'm saying is, it has been a wild year. You guys have stuck it out with me. And I appreciate you guys like no tomorrow, because what we do is, at the end of the day, I'm an individual. And in being that, I know that, realistically speaking, I have a responsibility as a person, at least in my opinion, on the internet, to share my fun with you guys, but do so in a responsible way. I am not trying to persuade you to buy anything. I am not trying to sit here and tell you like you should absolutely go out and buy stuff. I am here to just bring awareness to you. I don't want to do anything else other than that, because in that said awareness, it's a lot of fun. Because if you are aware of a toy that you didn't know existed before, guess what? I've done what, in my opinion, I've done my job. I have now brought your attention to, oh shit, like I now know if I need this or not, and that's cool. But I feel like in a lot of ways, we kind of drifting away from that. And it seems like people just want to consume and entertain. And I just feel like I'm not really good at that kind of stuff. I'm not here to be Bobo the Clown to entertain y'all. And not to say that that's a bad thing. I'm just here to say that that's not for me. So that's why I genuinely, when I say it, like, you guys are really nice to me and you allow me to be myself. I mean that. That's why I be like, I appreciate y'all. Y'all allow me to be in a space where I can continue to thrive as a person and grow, but also stay autonomous and be myself. And that means a lot to me. And I know I shouldn't be rambling on about this kind of stuff. And I know I'll probably lose people over it, but that's okay. Because I want you guys to be here out of your own comfort and fun. I don't want you being here because you feel like you're trapped and you absolutely have to follow me. You guys should be able to love what you do and have fun. And this channel should be here to help you. So with all of that being said, I just want to say thank you one final time in 2024. I'm probably going to put another video up at the same time, right? So, but if you watch this last, if this is the last video you watch from me of 2024, I hope you are prosperous. I hope you are well. I hope that you are glowing and you're getting your fresh 8 hours of sleep and you're hydrated, because life is too short to want to hate everything, especially when I've lived a life that has known otherwise. Like, I don't want to spend my life hating everything. I want to spend my life enjoying toys. I want to spend my life with my wife. I want to enjoy my cats and stuff like that. So, with that being said, I love y'all, for real. I do. Because I know that it is that simple for me to lose everything tomorrow, and that's why I hold it precious. You guys mean a lot, because you enjoy my art, you enjoy me as a presenter, you enjoy D Amazing. So this is me, not as D Amazing, but as Darius telling you, one last time for the year: be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.